Well, hello everyone. I'm doing a quick little update on my favorite nobleman in the whole world, the Grand Duke of Tuscany, Jasmine. So I did a video a couple of years ago and I just wanted to show you he's thriving and doing well. He gets maybe 3 or 4 hours of sun a day. I moved him to a different spot. I had some trees cut down and he's getting western sun now. Before he was getting about 2.5 hours of southern sun. So he actually has more blooms this year and he's blooming earlier. I don't know whether it's because of sun, more sun, which it could be, although it's western sun, not southern sun, or because it's been extremely hot and humid and they're a tropical plant. But yeah, you don't need full sun to grow these, but they do need a couple hours of full sun. You won't get as many blooms, of course, as you would if it was full sun all day, but hey, you got to do what you got to do because these flowers smell so incredible. And he's been blooming for about 2 weeks now, and it started to bloom around the beginning of August, and usually it blooms at the end of August. I've already taken off quite a few brown buds. When these start to get brown, they don't smell anymore. They lose their fragrance, and then you snip them off with your fingernail. And that way it will give life to the other ones. See, this is already, it smells wonderful, this one, but it's starting to get a little bit brown. And in another day or two, he will be all brown and I'll snip it off, and there's 2 more that are on their way. And as I said, there were already quite a few that I had to take off. And there's some new shoots. Now, a couple things I wanted to tell you. In my first video, someone recommended, supposedly an expert on this plant, said to take your finger and go up and take the leaves off. And everywhere that you take the leaves off, the next year you'll get a bud. Well, it didn't work. In fact, look, I've got places that they never came back. It's not dead. I mean, this is where the branches are coming out, but I would not recommend doing that. I did it 1 year and I'll never do it again. I'll go through real quickly what I do. I was recommended where I bought it in Port Murray, New Jersey, at Well Sweep Herb Farm, to fertilize it with this King Neptune's Harvest fish and seaweed fertilizer. It's a 2 to 3 to 1 ratio. Follow the directions on the bottle, and I fertilize it in its growing season every 2 weeks. When I start to see it bloom, a little bud, I start to fertilize it every 2 weeks with that. I keep it moist. I never let it dry out. And you could see that my pot is not very big. You know, when you pot something, the bigger the pot, the bigger the plant. And I have to bring it in the fall because it gets cold. It will not tolerate frost. So I have to keep it in a smaller pot so it doesn't get any bigger than this, so I can handle it and bring it in and out. Or else it would just become this huge trailing vine. So it's got some moss on the top, as you could see. And I watered it yesterday. It's been very hot, sunny. So As long as it's not wet but moist, it's good. In the cold weather, when it's in my sunroom and it gets very cold in there, it doesn't get freezing but very cold, I don't keep it, I let it dry out a little bit more. I don't want it to get root rot, so I'll let it almost dry out before I water it in the colder weather when it's dormant. Now that it's not dormant and it's active, I want to keep it evenly moist. And that's it. That's my little update on the Grand Duke of Tuscany. You can grow it and bring it inside in the cold weather, and you don't need full sun. As long as you have a couple hours of southern or western exposure, at least 2.5 to 3 hours a day, you'll get blooms. All right, everyone. I hope you can find them where you are. If not, sorry about that. I know they're hard to find. Like I said, I've only seen it one time in Port Murray, New Jersey, and I don't know if they still carry them even. But I'm sure if you call some herb farms or a big nursery, they could tell you where you can get one. Have a great day. Bye-bye.